I thought our energy to start the game was great. I thought we had the opportunity to build a pretty nice lead, but thought the turnovers came back and hurt us. We did a better job in the second half. Obviously, getting down by 12, we fought our way back into the game. But really, it was a game for us where I think both teams had a hard time consistently getting into any kind of offensive rhythm because I thought both teams' defenses were playing at a pretty high level.
Eric Horn, the Oklahoman. Billy, what did Ennis bring you down the stretch, not just offensively but defensively? He had a big block. He led the team with 3 blocks, and that kept him on the floor for you?
That and the offensive rebounding. It was a very, very physical game, and I think our guys, as best they could, tried to play through the physicality. Ennis and Steven around the basket, I thought were able to generate some offensive rebounds and some points for us. Maybe on some broken floor situations. Steven had a dunk. Ennis had a couple putbacks. Those points help, when you're fighting your way back because we were obviously down by 12 and we needed to kind of try to generate some points. I thought Kevin had some pretty decent looks that didn't go down for him. But, overall, I thought we were able to, through some hustle plays, like I thought in the first half they really got to a lot of loose basketballs a lot quicker and better than we did. And I thought in the second half we did a better job of that and actually generated some points because of it.
Billy, 78-78, 8 minutes to go. What do you tell your team in that huddle?
Well, the biggest thing was there's a lot of time to go, and that we fought our way back. And let's not kind of shoot ourselves in the foot here. Let's stay solid on defense. Try to keep them off the free throw line, and try to generate and create as good as shots as we can. There was a couple late clock situations for both teams. Russell threw one in late. That was a big shot that we were fortunate that he made. Kawhi, I thought, had made a jump hook on the baseline towards the end of the clock. That was an incredible shot by our bench. Some guys have made shots, so I think in those moments you just try to tell your team to play through that and try to focus on the stuff that you can control. And our guys just kept battling and fighting. I have no qualms at all with their effort. Their effort was great.
Anthony Slater with the Oklahoma. You mentioned the loose balls that you guys got in the second half. How much of that particularly was just Russell, stealing rebounds, flying in?
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, that's what ends up happening in a game like that. There was a huge play where, again, if you go back to Game 3, Kawhi Leonard comes up with a huge offensive rebound. I'm not saying we would have won the game. We were down by 2, but it puts them up 4. It was a loose basketball that Steven kind of ran down in the corner, and it went out of bounds, and it was our ball. We were up by 1, I think, or 2 at that point. I thought they did a great job in the first half getting to all of them. I thought we were a step behind. I thought as the game wore on, Russell, Ennis's offensive rebound, Steven, Dion, second chance point, like we were able to generate some loose balls and some extra possessions because of that. So, yeah, it was always critical because that's probably, in my opinion, what got them the lead. With some of our turnovers and some of their hustle plays, which got them out on the break, and Green making some threes.
Billy, you've talked a lot this year about being impressed with Russell's competitive spirit and the will that he plays with. In a game like this, just his second half alone, what he's doing out there, what's going through your mind as you're watching him chase down everything?
Well, it's interesting because he's so competitive, and it's a fine line because when you're that competitive, you also have got to be able to control and lead your team. And, you don't want to ever take away that competitiveness from him. But the one thing I admire so much of him is, like, he just lays in the line. He's flying around. He throws, like, even the play Kawhi dunked, I mean, the effort to try to go make the play, the length of the floor, the loose balls, the offense. Like, he had one rebound. He finished in transition and layup, and we started to make a little bit of a run. He jumped over one of their front court players' back at the block in front of our bench and, like, was weaving down the floor. He plays with such force and such passion. And I think he's doing really a good job when he realizes when he gets so intense, so competitive, so emotional, he's doing a good job of kind of bringing himself back together and understanding this for the guys out there that are depending on him. So he's been great. And it's been fun to see him continually get better and better and better as the year's gone on.